Okay, welcome back. This video about the Apprentice 15E is going to be about the instruction manual. This instruction manual is only 28 pages long, so it doesn't have everything you need to know about flying RC aircraft. That's why I do these series of videos. But it has a great deal of information about this aircraft, and I won't say not a lot about information in general about the RC hobby. So I'm going to spend just a couple of minutes here going through the highlights. I would expect you to take at least 15 or 20 minutes to not read the manual word for word, but review the pictures, look at the titles, read some of the paragraphs, and understand what's in the manual before you start anything else. So I'm going to start with the first page, which is a bunch of warnings about how to charging warnings and what's the things are meant in the language. Shows you a copy of what's in the box, what you should get. Table of contents and specification. So this airplane full in weight will be 49 ounces, which also means that this airplane is not qualified to fly, according to the AMA regulations, in a park. Okay, so it needs to be flown in an open field, not a park where other kids are playing or anything like that. Airplanes under 32 ounces are what they call park flyers. This is 49 ounces. It's actually almost twice the weight of the, in fact I think it is about twice the weight of the Mini Apprentice. Okay, so charging the flight battery, a lot of details, probably 4 or 5 videos at least about the batteries. Landing gear you need to put on first, then you put in the tail, and then install the wing. And there's a good definition of the safe technology, which I'll give you some more details, but read that whole page carefully, and what it means to say how the safe technology works and what to expect. The transmitter is important, obviously, because that's your link to the aircraft. So knowing and understanding all the buttons and switches on the transmitter before you get started, read that carefully. Installing the battery. You won't have to bind this. If you buy the Ready to Fly airplane on page 10, it says that this is already bound to this radio, so you won't have to go through that. It should be already bound. We'll find out. It normally is. Okay, so installing the battery, making sure the control horns on the this is a control horn right here. Okay, so that little thing controls the rudder, and you got to make sure that those are in good and tight, and exactly where to put this is called a clevis right here on the back, and how to install the clevises and make sure everything is good. The directional control test is important. Make sure the controls are going in the right direction. We'll certainly test that. And flight training, yes, you can use this as a buddy box, or you can use that as a master and a similar one as a buddy box, but the two have to be programmed the same. So, and I'll talk more about that later. Trimming the aircraft, getting it ready to fly. Your choice of fields is important. Doing a range check is important. I'll show you how to do that. What to expect when you take off. They also actually show you here doing a hand launch. I don't recommend a hand launch, okay, for any beginner flyer. Never try a hand launch with this airplane. Smaller, lighter airplanes maybe. If you see my videos on the Sport Cub S, the really ultra micro aircraft, you can hand launch those. This thing weighs 3 pounds. You don't want to hand launch it. It'll go right into the ground and you'll bust a prop or something. So, flying and landing and the post-flight inspections, how to service components, optional transmitters. I will cover this in detail about how to use a different transmitter and how to set up a buddy box and the receiver setup and so forth. And here is the AMA National Model Aircraft Safety Code. This is very important. You need to read this page very carefully. This is page 24 of the manual. And you need to make sure you understand what safety is required by an AMA member. Remember, the AMA membership is not just a magazine you get once a month. It is your liability insurance is really what you're paying for. The other thing is, at the bottom of page 24 is the Federal Aviation Administration Prior to flying, you need to get your Federal Aviation Administration rules and Federal Aviation number, and I'll go in detail on that in a future video. They don't say much here in the book. Okay, and some troubleshooting guides and a limited warranty, and that's about it. So that was 5 minutes of a discussion. You need to take 20 minutes and read it more carefully. Okay, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.